Welcome everybody to another episode of How to Die with the Funeral Guy. I am your hostess, the hostess with the ghostess, dead man, best friend. My mama called me Head, but you can call me Cecil or whatever you like. So today's episode is brought to you by Cindy's List Inheritance Protection and Funeral Concierge. Actually, I said that backward, but it's the same thing. So make sure you go out to their website at www.cindysListLLC.com. That's CINDYSLISTLLC.com. You can give them a call at 724-624-9297. So welcome everybody, welcome back. If this is your first time watching How to Die with the Funeral Guy, you late, baby. So make sure you go back and check out those other episodes that we've done so far. So I believe this is episode 7. Lucky number 7. 7-11 running mates, baby. So welcome to another episode. I am your host, the Funeral Guy, and welcome to How to Die. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out or become a subscriber, and make sure you hit that bell button over there to make sure that you're notified when we post new episodes. So welcome. So in today's episode, we are gonna talk about a question that we received, and we're gonna answer it. So, can I get life insurance on my baby daddy? The short answer is yes. Okay, so with insurance, the companies actually require that you have an insurable interest. So an insurable interest is wanting the best for the person that you're protecting. So I'm gonna get life insurance on my child because I want to see him grow up and become successful, and if anything happens to him, I want to be able to take care of his kids, or or for him to take care of his kids, or So you want what's best for your loved one. Your baby's father, I want to put life insurance on him because we have kids together, and if anything happens to him, we want to make sure that the kids are taken care of, and and all that good stuff. So yeah, you have to have an insurable interest. So if somebody owe you $10,000, you can't get no $10,000 policy on them, baby. You can't do it. There's no insurable interest there. So there's a monetary interest there. But there's no insurable interest. Like you gotta love this person. Well, there's also called a type of insurance called key person insurance. So key person insurance is usually used with businesses. So if you have somebody in your organization that if that person left your organization, then the organization would be devastated, or it wouldn't be good for the company if that person left. So a lot of companies get a key person insurance policy on their CEOs, their C-level executives, because if that person left, then it could affect the stock. Could affect any relationships that CEO has built, so they put a policy on them. So that's one type. But from a retail standpoint, I guess. So from our standpoint, from regular people stuff, you can't have life insurance policy on someone that you have insurable interest on. So that could be your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your kids, your baby's father. So yeah, you can get life insurance on them. Now, usually, or more likely, you're gonna know their social security number. So that's where the relationship comes in at, where you gotta love somebody to give them your social security number. I'm just saying, like, that's love right there. You know what I mean? So, I ain't gonna tell y'all. That, you know what I mean? So there are ways to not require the social security number, but again, it goes back to that key person insurance stuff. But you still want to have that insurance number so that you make sure you're covering the right person, because how many Cecils are there out there, right? I'm just saying, though, not many. It's only one of me, baby. But But yeah, so you want the date of birth, their height and weight, social security number, name, address, all that good stuff. So, all the information that a loved one would be willing to share with you. So, as a insurance owner or payor, you can provide or protection for your loved one. So a payor is who paying for it. I mean, whose bank account is it going to come out of? The owner of the policy is who controls this contract. You know what I mean? So who can sign it over? That's the owner of the policy. The insured is your loved one, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your baby daddy. So if you would like more information on protecting your loved one or protecting your inheritance, definitely reach out to Cindy's List Funeral Concierge and Inheritance Protection, where they save you the time, money, and emotional costs of planning for and purchasing a funeral. So they have the inheritance division is their insurance department, essentially. So I do know that they definitely work with those that are hard to be insured. So they actually covered a guy with stage 4 cancer. So he was able to actually get a guaranteed issue product, of course, but he's covered with stage 4 cancer. He has life insurance. You know what I mean? I think it was 64 years old, something like that. You know what I mean? So he's fairly young, but he's going through it. But they found him coverage though. So if you have a loved one that's incarcerated, if they locked up, you know what I mean, then they can find you coverage. You know what I mean? So if you want some of your baby daddy, you know what I mean? They can find you covered. So make sure you reach out to them, www.cindyslistllc.com. That's CINDYSLISTLLC.com. You can call them at the office at 724-624-9297. I am your host, the hostess with the ghostess, dead man's best friend. My mama called me Head, but you can call me Cecil or whatever you like. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of How to Die with the Funeral Guy. I am the Funeral Guy. Y'all be easy now.